Hi YouTube. A lovely subscriber of ours reminded me about this Mars and Scorpio video. I totally forgot to upload it and I totally forgot to film it. And Scorpio is like my favorite sign. Well, one of them. I love Scorpio. But let's just get started. So, Mars is the planet of aggression. It's the planet of drive. It's the planet of passion, aggression, assertion. Assertion is how you assert yourself. It's also how you are when you're confronted, how you react to situations. Yeah, and it's also the planet of love, sex, romance, and your love style. So Mars in a man's chart. So if a man has a Mars in Scorpio, this is speaking like in love terms. This is how he acts when he has a love interest, and the Venus in a man's chart is what he likes in a partner. So the Mars in a woman's chart, so if a woman has her Mars in Scorpio, she looks for more scorpionic qualities in a partner. But along with the love and romance part, this is also how they act about drive, passion, and how they assert themselves and all that. So number one thing about Mars and Scorpios, they subconsciously, without realizing it, love to challenge themselves. They love to challenge themselves, and they love to push the limits, kind of like an Aries actually would, but a Scorpio goes around it more quietly than an Aries would, but they love to push their limits to see how far they can go, because Scorpio can be kind of badass at times. They can do things that you never thought they were capable of. Scorpios are capable, Mars and Scorpio people, they are very good at acting as if there's no chaotic thing in their life, but underneath there's a giant storm, they keep a cool, calm exterior. They kind of look a little bit pensive. It's not like cool, calm, and collected where how an earth sign would be, where they're just cool, calm, and collected because nothing really phases them when it's not something practical and tangible. No, a Mars and Scorpio, they keep calm and collected, and you can tell that they're hurting. You can tell that there's something bothering them. They're not necessarily going to speak about it, but what's underneath is a lot more than what anybody would expect. What they're feeling about the situation, or a situation just in general, is a lot different than what they portray. There's that storm, there's that hurricane underneath, and then there's days, like the eye of the storm. There's days where they're super calm and nothing bothers them. And then there's days where it's very chaotic. Their emotions can be very chaotic. There's days where they may not be so vindictive. They may not be so jealous. They may just fly under the radar, Well, they generally always fly under the radar, but sometimes they're flying under the radar doing some mischievous little stuff, and then sometimes they're just flying under the radar to get through the day. But yeah, they're uneasy to let people in all the way. It's there's this thing with Scorpio people, and if you have a important placement like your Mars in Scorpio, there's kind of a side that nobody knows, or you never give the whole story. You never let anybody really know you 100%. You're very hard to know. I'm not saying you're fake. I'm not saying that you oh, you give off that you're nice, but you're actually mean. No, you never give the full story. You never give your full backstory. Maybe you never tell everybody about your past. Maybe you never tell anybody about your emotions. Maybe you give brief descriptions about how you're feeling. You don't want to come off as weak. So you don't like to give your emotional turbulences, because you have emotions. You have a lot of them, and you have a lot of deep emotions. But you don't necessarily like to show those to their full extent, So that all builds up inside. And a lot of Mars and Scorpio people have a hard time letting go. And when they don't let go, this is when they become a little bit vindictive, a little bit jealous, a little bit manipulative, a little bit controlling. Scorpio kind of, they, how do I put this in words? They're vindictive, jealous, and manipulative. How I said this in my Venus and Scorpio video. Watch my Venus and Scorpio video if you want something more about their love style. But how I would put this is that there's the hurt Scorpios, and then there's the ones that aren't as hurt, or the recovering Scorpios. Like they always say Scorpios are bad, they're vindictive, they're manipulative, they're jealous, but like that's not true. They say that's the bad side of Scorpio, but I believe that it is the hurt side of Scorpio, because Scorpios are generally warm-hearted. They're very good. They want to love fully, but they've hit bumps in the road where they've had trust issues, or someone's backstabbed them, or like they felt as if they could not express themselves to their full extent, so that's when they put up those walls, and they become a little bit more suspicious, and they become a little bit more of a detective, because they want to make sure that anything that they're doing, any project, anything that they're putting their energy into, they are going to do it without something bad happening to them, or without it like biting them in the ass, I guess you could say. Like they see people's true intentions anyways, but sometimes they can delve a little bit too deep and try to find out what's their true intentions, when their true intentions are generally good, but they're very good at reading in between the lines. They're little detectives. If you lie to them, they're going to figure it out. It's like a Scorpio will find out if you're lying to them, and a Scorpio doesn't like it when you keep secrets from them, but you bet $1 million that they might do this to you. They might manipulate you. They might keep secrets from you. They might lie to you. This is kind of just like these people get what they want by like maneuvering psychologically, if that makes sense. Subconsciously, without them knowing, they are like psychologists. They like know how to get what they want by manipulating people sometimes. It's kind of crazy. I'm making it seem a lot more intense than it is, although it can be very intense at times. It's kind of like you do this without even realizing it, They can be a little bit possessive, They have a big magnetism around them. It's a very like powerful magnet, and their sexual appeals, because a lot of people with like their love planets, Venus or Mars in Scorpio, have a very strong, intense sexual appeal. And they give you this look and they get whatever they want, Like they use their sex appeal to get what they want at times, They use their broodingness, their magnetism to get what they want, And it's like they do this all without realizing how powerful they actually are. Because Scorpios are very powerful, So you put this energy in a planet, Mars, which is all about getting what you want. It's all about your drive. It's all about your passion. It's all that. And Scorpios love passionately, towards anything. And anything that they love, they put all their energy into. Yes, that can be a relationship, but it can also be something that they want to do, a job. Maybe it's getting back at somebody. Maybe it's school. It's something that they really want to put their energy into. They will, because they love to control situations. They love to know what's going to happen to them. They love to like be the one that's the boss and all that, They can be, now going back to the love and sex and all that, a lot of Mars and Scorpios can be very provocative, especially like at younger ages, when they're younger, they can be a little bit more provocative, and that's why they feel as if they feel a need to use their sexual appeal to get what they want, But as they get older, they still have a natural sex appeal, but they may not be as provocative, it just depends on the person, Like if they are insecure, if they are hurting on the inside, they project it outward. Again, saying with the vindictive, jealous, manipulative, that's what I said about hurt Scorpios. They portray these qualities because any emotions kind of that they're feeling, and if they're insecure, they really project this outward through manipulation, through vindictiveness, through jealousy. And it's like projected outward, but it's never said. It's never spoken about. It's hard. It's every time I have to explain like how a Scorpio feels or how a Scorpio like goes about things, I can't put it to words because it's just so complex. Like I feel like Scorpios, like it's all psychological. Everything that they do, it's just like it's all like crazy. It's all like mysterious. It's all nice. It's all intriguing. I love it. And these people know that life is not fair. You will hear the saying, get over it, life isn't fair, from a Scorpio. Any placement in Scorpio, really, but like Mars and Scorpio people, like when they don't get what they want, or if someone doesn't get what they want, they're just like the type of people to be like, life isn't fair, get over it, you know? Because they are pessimistic at times, you know? So they portray that outwardly, like, you know? So if they don't get what they want, and they haven't been getting what they want for their life, and then somebody else like is complaining over here, you know, a Scorpio doesn't really complain that much. You know, they may be like sad and they're complaining, and it may just all be in their head. Depends on where their Mercury is, if there's someone that speaks a lot and all that. But you know, they just know life isn't fair. So if they hear someone complaining, they're just like, shut up, get over it, life isn't fair. And yeah. So my tip to Mars and Scorpios: letting stuff go, letting hurt and pain go will benefit you. You know, your negative qualities come out when you don't let go. It's okay. It's natural. It's a natural instinct. I'm not holding it against you, and I'm not telling you it's wrong, because it can't be right or wrong. It's just how someone works. So I know it's hard, but at least trying to let go of negative thoughts. You know, a lot of Scorpios, like, they'll move on. A Scorpio won't talk to you. A Scorpio will ignore you. But in their head, they could be longing for you. They could be missing you. They could be really regretting decisions that they made. And even if they know it was like time to move on or something, you know, but they can hold on to like negative thoughts. They can reminisce about the past quite often, you know, and they can think about all the hurts and the rejection and all the abandonment and kind of like the bad stuff that's done to them. Yeah, a lot. So letting go of those negative thoughts, not necessarily if they're actions. I'm not saying to stop, like it can be actions and it can be thoughts. You know, letting go of your thoughts will slowly transform into letting go of your actions, your negative actions. And I feel as if this video was very negative, but all of this like stuff that I'm saying, that they're intense, that they can be very vindictive and all of that stuff, they can also love so passionately. They can give and give and give when it comes to someone that's there for them, that comes to someone that sticks with them, you know. They are so kind-hearted. These people are generally sweethearts, you know, they're generally softies on the inside. They just don't like to be hurt. So don't hurt a Mars and Scorpio. Like, just don't do it, because they can love intensely and they can hate intensely. And it's just like, what spectrum do you want to be on? You know? So if a man has his Mars in Scorpio, he's going to give off more scorpionic qualities when he likes someone. Maybe a little bit more mysterious, maybe a little bit more reserved, a little bit more quiet, more pensive. If he likes you, he's probably going to like stalk your Instagram feed and all of that. He might not make the first move right away. He needs some time to like think about it and contemplate it. And now if a woman has her Mars in Scorpio, she likes men or women, any partner that has these kind of scorpionic qualities. You know, someone that's deep, someone that's intense, someone that's raw emotion, someone that's real, someone that's, you know, has kind of gone through some heartbreak, that's kind of gone through some pain. You know, all Scorpios have gone through that. That's why they're so deep, and they're so like intriguing, and there's always more to Scorpio's story, and there's always more to Scorpio's life. So I'm sure if a woman has her Mars in Scorpio, along with the drive and passion stuff, she's going to want a man that has more of these scorpionic qualities. So that was it for my Mars in Scorpio. I know I ramble a lot. I know I do, and I'm so sorry. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.